Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Dr. Alessandro. Please like and subscribe. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the office manager. Now, the office manager is a position in a number of offices. Now, not all of them. For example, my office does not necessarily have one. I kind of function as a de facto office manager. But they are a really critical part of the team. Now, what would you compare them to? Now, an office manager is kind of like a quarterback of a football team. No, not Nickelback. That's just a very loud and possibly even considered to be monotone band. But it's a quarterback position. So an office manager will get people into the best places so that they can work their best, be the most efficient, be the most productive, and that in such a manner the whole team does the best job possible and delivers the best possible care for the patients. And as a result, the practice is the most successful, or as successful as it can be. So that is the absolute basic of an office manager. Now, there's a lot more that goes into it than just kind of putting people into spots. So an office manager is actually kind of a tough spot to be in. And I have to acknowledge that because in many cases it is, especially if the practice is larger. So an office manager kind of acts like a senior VP of your large corporations, where a senior VP, yeah, it's a great title, sounds awesome, but there's pressure coming from both sides. So there's pressure coming from above to perform. And so, yeah, ownership, especially in the cases of larger and corporate practices, are very interested and keen on the best kind of production, the best kind of, well, let's face it, profits in that case. Then these office managers who are de facto senior VPs of a large corporation, what they happen to have from the lower ranks is pressure from below. That is, they kind of have to listen to the flack that can be received from the lower folks, that is, from your assistants, from your hygienists, from other team members, the front desk folks. So they kind of have to face the fire from both ends. That's really a tough position to be in. And so it takes, well, discipline. It takes a lot of different components to be able to manage all of that. So it's a tough spot. I realize that. And, for office managers, the successful ones, hats off to you, of course, because you're navigating through tough waters. And I admire that, especially if you're doing a great job and have been an office manager for a long time. Now, office manager styles. There can be a lot of different styles that they can have. There are as many styles as there are office managers. But, of course, what I don't recommend is something I've certainly been exposed to is an office manager that's basically an emotionless and soulless robot. Yeah, there are some of those around. And those are the ones that unfortunately don't gather much respect, don't gather much, well, if you want to call it love from the team, and are generally very much disliked. And they can, to a certain extent, ruin morale and even ruin, well, function, an office function, because they don't really inspire. So what you want is an office manager that can be efficient, that can do everything that needs to be done, with the right people, but can motivate people to be successful. So that is a real important hallmark of a successful office manager, is motivating people. And every person is different. So not every person is going to be motivated by the same thing. So if you are a great office manager, you will find what your people respond to best, are motivated by, and help push them with that, and then succeed. Everybody succeeds together. And if you're able to do that, then hey, again, great job for you. So I will, of course, not talk about the bad, because of course we all know that there are bad office managers, but there are good ones. And I worked with a really sensational office manager many years ago named Rita Dolan. Rita is a phenomenal office manager. I know that she's changed jobs a couple of times, But if wherever she is not utilizing her as an office manager, then they are very much underutilizing this extremely skilled person. Because once she and I were able to work together at a satellite office, once the main office decided to let us do what we knew we could do best, we ended up doubling production in a month, and we kept production high after that. So that is something that can be done if you have a successful office manager, and our people were all motivated. Everybody worked together. Everybody worked hard. It was hard work, and it wasn't like we were coasting. We doubled production by getting work done. But it was through great planning that Rita had, and so I have to give hats off definitely to Rita for doing an exceptional job. I hope she's an office manager at this time, wherever she is, because like I said, if she's not, then she's being underutilized, and that would be a terrible shame. So great office managers can do great things, and I know you're all in a tough spot, office managers, in many cases, because of everything you have to face, all the things you have to juggle. But as long as you can keep motivating people to keep doing their best, and not through fear and anger and threats, but through proper motivation and positive things, then I think that you are doing an exceptional job. So that said, thank you all for joining me and on this video about office managers, and I hope you're all staying well and healthy.